Hey, so big news came out last week. Jacinda Ardern stepping down as Prime Minister of New Zealand, saying that she no longer had anything left in the tank. So, and this has really created a discussion around the question, can working moms have it all? So joining us now, two moms, co-founder, Mabel's Labels, Julie Cole back on the show for a parenting panel, and making her parenting panel debut, this Family Trees podcaster, Alex Cunningham. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, you.
Hey.
Okay, so this is a big one.
It's a big one. I mean, I think, parents everywhere, working parents everywhere went, hey, like, can we have it all? And what does having it all mean? And do you have it all, Alex?
Some days I do. Some days I feel like I don't. And, I polled my community. So I polled 3,000 women on this. And 46% said they do not feel like they have it all. 43% said they do sometimes. It's like a swinging pendulum. And what they told me and what I found is it all comes down to support and managing our expectations. Right. Because having it all, how do you define that? It's going to look different for everybody.
Well, and the thing that I find is, what does having it all even mean? Like, how do we define that? Is that like, I have time to do yoga, I have a great job, I have 2.5 kids, I get a wine night out with my girlfriends? Like, what does having it all mean? And I think for me, really, what having it all means is having what you want. So do I feel like I have it all? In a way. I mean, not everybody wanted to raise 6 babies and make labels in a basement, but I did, right? Yeah. So, I've got a sister who has no kids, and she never wanted kids. She has it all.
Right. Yeah. It is up to the individual, but what social media has done is really put a focus on people having it all, or so we think they have it all, and that's the real issue. And you're big in social media, so do you feel that when it comes to social media, putting your own content out there, or even watching other people's content?
I think so, but I mean, again, having it all is so personal, and it's going to change immensely depending on who you're talking to and the day you're talking to them. And in regards to Jacinda, too, I mean, I see so much media flack that she's getting saying, oh, moms can't have it all. For me, and I don't know anything about Jacinda's personal life, but for me, she's the epitome of having it all. She had support to lead her country for 6 years. She had the agency and the stability to say, hey, this isn't serving me anymore, I'm gonna step back. And I think that choice, I think that is having it all.
And that was amazing leadership, I think, by saying my tank is empty. We need to normalize that. We need to, this hustle culture, particularly for moms, we need people like Jacinda to say, you know what, I can't, this is too much. My tank is empty.
Or burn it out.
With Jacinda too, because she did a lot of things specifically with the pandemic, where she locked down. She didn't make some fans the way she locked, and her popularity did decrease. I know she did have a baby while she was in office, which is historic. And like politicians maybe extend things too long. Maybe they don't get out when they should be getting out. And I think she should be maybe celebrated when she feel it was time to get out, that she did get out. But then you have the other people coming in saying, I guess you don't have what it takes.
Right.
But her predecessor, John Key, actually resigned as well from his post, cited the same reasons, wanted to spend more time with his family. He was getting burnt out. And the coverage has been a little bit different.
Of course.
I feel like, you know what, I think it looks like having it all for both of them.
Okay. Right. What about workplaces? What can they do to help people out?
Right. Well, I think this is something that, through the pandemic we really noticed, because people were working from home. And I think a lot of workplaces noticed that, wow, people can actually be really productive in a non-traditional workspace. So I think that was good for parents. I think really what we need is flexibility. I know for me, I left the traditional workforce when my eldest child got diagnosed with autism. I was like, I need to advocate. I need to set up a therapy program. The traditional workforce won't support that. And that's when I started my own business, and that's when you see so many moms starting their own business because the workplace doesn't suit us.
You've done the same thing, Alex?
Yeah, for the most part, I stepped back from my full-time job and I took on a lesser role, and then I'm now doing social media, my podcast, and I love it because it gives me that flexibility. However, so many moms don't have that. If you're a nurse, if you're a teacher, if you're in the service industry, you don't have that option. And like yesterday, we had a snow day. My chat group was lit up with moms freaking out, being, what the H do I do today with my kid, because I can't stay home. And it's so difficult because, we're meant to parent like we don't have a job and then work like we don't have kids.
Exactly.
And the second you take your foot off the gas in one of those, I feel guilt, I feel inadequate. And we need that support, whether it's, like you said, Julie, flexibility in work, cheaper childcare, which we've already started to implement.
Right. And I
Or-
think,
Or
you know,
a supportive partner. I
well,
guess
you
that's
definitely
pretty-
need that too.
Yeah.
I mean, you need a democratic partnership, right, at the house. And I feel like for me, you know, I was in the unique position of starting a company, so being able to create a culture that I wanted, you
Okay.
know.
Good chat. Let's shout out your babies, though. What are your babies' names?
Hi, Lucy and Betty.
Okay, ages are what?
2 and 4.
We've shouted out your babies.
I can't
They're
name
not
all
even.
mine.
They're not
We
even.
don't
They're not
have
even
time
babies.
to name all mine.
Yeah, great debut, Alex. Oh, okay, come back anytime. You too. Okay, we'll see you next month. More Morning Live on your Friday after this. Nothing.